Only true masters of karate can kick over a heavy bag. Anyone else is a loser. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Scotty Karate video. Today we're going to be going over a funny trend you see a lot online. Social media, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all these places have martial artists and they do these tricks. Some of which are pretty cool, but some of which give a false indication of what is actually happening. So, one of the things I'm going to be talking about today is a martial artist that kicks over a heavy bag. Is it even that hard? That on today's episode of... Now, this is not to talk trash about anyone, and the reality is it's not super hard to kick over one of these standing heavy bags. Especially if you consider a few factors. One, even fully filled with water or sand, they still only weigh like 60 to 80 pounds. It's not like you're kicking over a 300-pound, block of cement here. So you have to understand that. Two, all you have to do is get it tipped over enough, and the momentum and force will fall over. It happens all the time. You'll get some, new students as little overzealous. He's like, yeah, and he sends out that kick, and that bag just goes boom. But that's not the one I'm talking about. Front kicking, side kicking, back kicking, jumping side kick, all these things I'm sure you've seen. Bag falls over. Not a big deal. Impressive looking. Still not a big deal. That happens every day in martial arts dojos across the country. But the one I'm talking about today is the fabled roundhouse, where they're coming in and they roundhouse kick. The bag goes flying or flips over, and it makes it very impressive because if you've ever hit a bag with a roundhouse, you know that it's kind of hard to do that. Heck, it's even kind of hard to move it, or less, knock it over. Today I'll be giving you the secret on how they do that, and maybe open your eyes to what's going on. First way they do it is they have something kind of like I have, a smaller bag, or the bag put all the way down to a slow setting. Why is that important? Well, because if you have a very tall bag and you hit way down here, you're hitting towards the base, and you're having to push through all that base with your power. But if you have a tall bag and you're able to get closer to the top, it's very easy to tip it over. If you don't want to try this out yourself, but you want to test my theory, all you have to do is go up to a heavy bag and push on it. Then, go down low and push on it. You'll find out real quick, it's a lot easier to push it over when you're up top than it is at the bottom. So that's first rule. If they're using the big bag up top, odds are that's probably what's happened. Second thing, and this is the most important and the most common, is the bag's not filled. Okay, so what do I mean by that? I mean, all these standing bags are usually filled with one of a few things. One, water, cement, sand, something like that. Give it some weight so it doesn't flop over. Well, what people do is they'll either empty most of it so it's just got enough to where it doesn't wobble a lot, or they take it entirely empty. And that's what you usually see on these videos, and it's so funny. If you've never seen them, you'll see them eventually, because they're in a lot of these like martial art fail videos and things like that. But the reality is you'll see these and they look very impressive. You'll see somebody hitting trees or hitting poles or kicking stumps, and then you'll come across these where they're just blasting bags over, and it looks super impressive. But how are they doing it? Well, this is how they're doing it. So let me show you. So for example, this bag isn't filled. Do you see this? Yeah. So I'm going to be able to knock it over pretty easy. But here's what they do, is they'll come in and they'll be doing a technique, and they'll put a lot of oomph into it, showing how resilient this bag is. And if it has any water or sand in it at all, it'll settle pretty quick because that's all it is, and you're barely touching it. Okay? It's called acting. It's for theater. And then they'll come across and they'll, okay, I'm going to summon my chi. And then down it goes. Now, this is not to discourage you or make you not like these different posts or these people that are posting these. You have to understand a lot of this is for entertainment. By the way, what I do is for entertainment as well. So the reality is I don't hate on them for doing this, but I don't like the lying of it. So I have no problem with them showing it and going over it, but the fact that so many people think that they're actually taking a very heavy bag and they're just blasting it and making it fly. It bothers me because it's not true. I mean, in some cases, very rare cases, that's happening. You know, you got some big guys that are very strong. You get a heavy bag that's not super heavy. You're not talking about a 110-pound heavy bag. You're talking about a 40-pound worth of weight stand-up bag. And then they're blasting it. And it's very impressive. And they are working hard. And they are doing it. But then you have the people that are more charlatans about it, where they're just, it's completely empty. Or they're just enough in there to make it where it's not empty, but still able to be blasted off. So I understand what you're looking at. Enjoy it for the content, but don't be fooled. If you like today's videos, please like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell in the corner so you know when my videos are posted each week. And, where you train, easier to fight.